Hello everyone, we are going to learn Chapter 2 of Foreigners in Wenzhou. Foreigners come to Wenzhou today. In last lesson, we've learned the foreigners studying in Wenzhou. This time, we'll start from foreigners working in Wenzhou. More and more foreigners have come to Wenzhou to work or do business. They gradually integrate into Wenzhou people. Below, we will get to know some foreigners who have found their roots in Wenzhou. In March 2019, Chinese President Xi Jinping arrived in Italy to start a state visit. On the same day, the China and Italian Central Radio and Television Station published a bilingual article and a video in Chinese and Italian entitled Wenzhou and the Maritime Silk Road, which uncovered the historical stories between Wenzhou and Italy on the Maritime Silk Road. The author of this article is an Italian female teacher, Tang Yun, who has lived in China for 32 years, speaks fluent Mandarin, and works at Wenzhou Business College. Tang Yun chose Chinese as a major at university and came to China to study Chinese in January 1987. She graduated from Beijing Language and Culture University in 1989 and majored in Chinese until 2015. For 20 years, she worked in the Italian department of China Radio International and hosted several radio programs, like Tea House in the Air, and won the China News Famous Column Award. In the meantime, she also published Chinese-Italian bilingual books, such as Contemporary Female Marco Polo, Chinese Journal, Discovering the Silk Road, From Camel Caravan to High-Speed Rail. She is well known as the contemporary female Marco Polo. Tang Yun's close ties with Wenzhou began in the Spring Festival of 2002. Because of her love of Chinese culture, Tang came alone from Beijing to Wenzhou to visit the ancient village of Nanxi River. At that time, she also met her first Wenzhou friend, Zhang Jincheng, the current president of the Wenzhou Old Kiln Association. During her visits, she not only grew to love the beautiful scenery and culture, but also carefully edited and produced 16 radio programs about Wenzhou, introducing what she saw and heard in Wenzhou to her fellow Italians thousands of miles away. Now, an honorary citizen of Wenzhou, a renowned Italian sinologist and professor of Wenzhou Business College, Ms. Tang Yun has actively promoted Wenzhou overseas. Stefano Lorenz is an Italian. He founded the Wenzhou Farroco Auto Parts Company in 2006. As the chairman of Wenzhou Farroco Auto Parts Company, Lorenz has been commuting between Wenzhou and Italy for more than 10 years. In terms of career, this foreigner draws a lesson from his own experience that he can no longer rely on low-cost labor to win the competition, but rely on technological innovation to win the market. In life, he says that life in Wenzhou is very convenient. It is much more convenient to see a doctor in Wenzhou than in Italy. In April 2019, at the competition site of the first Wenzhou storytelling competition. Wang Han was the only foreigner who participated in the competition. He was a student from College of International Education, Wenzhou University. In 2017, Wenzhou People's Association for Friendship with Foreign Countries hosted the first Mandarin competition for foreigners in Wenzhou. The competition attracted 118 foreigners from 29 countries and regions. In the end, Bo Limi, the representative of a Russian IEK electric company in Wenzhou, won the championship with fluent Chinese and humor. She is particularly interested in tea art. Before coming to study in China, Ada knew nothing about Chinese, let alone speak Wenzhou dialect. At that time, due to language barriers, he felt tired to deal with the outside world. But now, Ada has become an old Wenzhou hand. Not only does he speak Chinese more standard than the Chinese, but also occasionally he can speak a few authentic Wenzhou dialect. Ada's original intention to learn Wenzhou dialect originated from his undergraduate internship. He went to the Chashan Street to organize a medical service delivery event. But he found that the local elderly only spoke Wenzhou dialect. With language barriers, no matter how good medical skills are, it is useless. Doctors and patients should not be separated due to language barriers. Michael is from Ghana and is a foreign teacher in the International Education College of Wenzhou University. In January 2020, Michael planned to stay in China and have a happy Chinese New Year with friends. The sudden pandemic disrupted his plan. Michael was worried about his friends and the international students in China, so he became the only foreign teacher at a school who lived in the international student apartment and participated in daily management and pandemic prevention and control. Time passed by with the closed-off apartment management. Some international students have experienced negative emotions such as anxiety, loneliness, and Michael was anxious. He tried to figure out ways to guide students to find what they like to do, make life rich and fulfilling, and relieving psychological pressure. Igor Droziner is a pilot and coach with more than 30 years' experience of flying planes. He originally planned to experience the prosperous Chinese New Year, but unexpectedly, the pandemic disrupted people's lives. When he saw that people reacted swiftly in the face of the pandemic, locals set up checkpoints. He was very touched and joined the locals. I want to accompany everyone to tide over the difficulties. I'm a doctor, and it is Wenzhou that made me who I am, and now she needs me. Xin Chengle from South Africa said, a graduate from Wenzhou Medical University. Xin Chengle, affectionately known as Ale, became a trainee doctor in the respiratory department of the second hospital affiliated to Wenzhou Medical University in 2016. After outbreak of the pandemic, Ale chose to work alongside Wenzhou's medical staff. He said, the Wenzhou people I knew didn't back down. Every single one of them was fighting. During that time, he kept going to work to see patients at the respiratory department of the second. Between jobs, Alain filmed a series of promotional videos on anti-pandemic prevention knowledge and psychological relief, drawing on his popularity of nearly 200,000 followers on his personal social media platforms. Introducing practices of Wenzhou in fighting the pandemic to the world. The last part of Foreigners in Wenzhou. Chapter 4. Platforms for foreigners to pursue their dreams in Wenzhou. Wenzhou is not only a great place for foreigners to study, work, and do business in China. It also provides many platforms for international people to expand their interests and enrich their lives. Established in October 2021, the Wenzhou Chinese Language and Chinese Culture Exchange Learning Center for Foreigners was built by Wenzhou University and the city's Foreign Affairs Office. The center is to provide Chinese language courses and organize cultural experience activities for foreigners to improve their language skills and enhance their understanding of Chinese culture. The Wenzhou Five Continents Art Volunteer Troupe was established in December 2019. The art troupe fully absorbs the best talents of international students from universities in Wenzhou, as well as foreigners and compatriots who work and live in Wenzhou, perfectly combining the traditional art of Wenzhou with international communication. The Wenzhou Overseas Communication Center is an important platform for international students and expatriates in Wenzhou to participate in Chinese and foreign cultural exchange activities. A number of international students from Wenzhou University have been invited to become cultural ambassadors for the Overseas Communication Center. These are the anchor messages displayed by the Overseas Communication Center. These promising internet celebrities have carried out a number of live or recorded cultural exchange activities. In 2020, Teresa, who is studying mechanical engineering in Wenzhou University, from Malawi, and Regina, who is from Mozambique, live streamed in English to the public about Park Road, Gongyuan Lu, a historical vehicle-free street in Wenzhou. In 2021, international trade major Ai Feifei from Malaysia came to Wenzhou Old Opera to produce a special video. Old Opera is a national intangible cultural heritage. Let's watch two videos here.
I'm from Malaysia. Now I'm here at Wenzhou II to learn more about Old Opera. Do you hear the voice singing? Let's go and check it out. Oh wow, I found them. Here they are practicing.
Old Opera, a traditional local drama, enjoys a long history. In Wenzhou, there are a group of youngsters inheriting this ancient art. Practicing off stage every day, they work with great efforts in order to perform better on stage.
It's wonderful. I have seen some pictures before and I wonder how do they do the backup. Let's check it out backstage.
老师，你在化妆吗？
是的，我现在在画戏曲的妆面。
你用的多少颜色的？
像我这个妆啊，它是正妆，妆面是比较正，就是以白红为主，
非常特别的。
我这次现在扮演的这一个就是叫高知无三春，这个是属于温州的非常有名的戏，堪比外国的罗密欧与朱丽叶，以及我们的梁山伯与祝英台，这是温州本土的梁山伯与祝英台。欧剧呢，最早以前叫永嘉乱弹，因为它是从永嘉那个地带流行过来的，步入到温州这个区域以后，然后在这边发展以后更名叫温州乱弹，然后呢经过了时代的发展以后又叫温州欧剧。
老师，我可以学一下吗？
可以的，我可以让你过来体验一下戏曲的这种魅力。看这边，身体从右向左，对，看到前方，打个回环，转个小圈，指过去。
Traditional culture, all opera is unique in terms of its costume, makeup, and the language in the performance. I've learned a lot today, and I hope that more people can take on the heritage of all opera in the future. Thank you for watching.
After enjoying the old opera, let's go for a walk along the Nanxi River with Su Shi'an.
大家好，我叫 Viviana， 我来自意大利，是温州大学的一名研究生。我在温州生活已经3年了。在温州，我最喜欢的地方就是这里，南溪江。你们一定要来这里看一看。南溪江位于浙江省温州市永嘉县，是世界地质公园。这里有山、水，还有我喜欢的中国古村落之美。我现在在芙蓉古村南溪江村落中历史最悠久的，有1000多年的历史。这边的建筑都是意大利没有的。看，在这里我好像回到了古代的中国，这种穿越时空的感觉非常美妙。感受中国古村的美之后，我们就推荐来到这边的南溪江边走一走，坐在这种的竹筏上，感受一下山和水的美丽。太阳落下，山和水慢慢看不清楚，但南溪江还有另一种美等待我们去探索。夜晚南溪江的古街，点点灯光，没有城市的繁华，但却有丰富的小镇生活。嗨，我在南溪江丽水街，这里风景很美，你看，你们回来一定要来，好吗？
好吧。
好。
我们看到了，背景非常好看了。
我今天很开心，因为我有这个机会来到南溪江玩。如果有机会，我还想在这里生活一段时间。
Finally, let's review the words we have learned today. Auto parts, 汽车配件。Tea art, 茶艺。Foreign teacher, 外教。Coach, 教练。Video, 视频。Followers, fans, 粉丝。Traditional art, 传统艺术。International communication, 国际传播 media 媒体。The Foreigners in Wenzhou series is now coming to an end. Foreigners in Wenzhou have witnessed the development of Wenzhou, participated in its construction, and spread the fruits of its construction to the outside world. Many of them have come to China with the dream to build a bridge between China and the rest of the world, and to realize their China dream in Wenzhou.